Okay, guys. This is about my sixth attempt to make this video. My sons are down there playing and yelling for me, which is understandable. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. Just a quick video of all the Kaiju giant monster movies I have on VHS. I have all the Godzilla releases. Not all of them, but all the Godzilla movies, North American releases. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I've been running around. That have been released in the US, at least once. So nothing like special. So I'm not going to show them because there's countless YouTube videos out there of those. But let's just do this quickly before I get interrupted again. But this is the Mighty Peking Man. I guess Quentin Tarantino really enjoys it. It's not that good. I mean, it's like schlocky and silly. But there he is. If it'll focus. There we go. Oh, it's from Blockbuster. Alright, next is Reptilicus. This is from... Oh my. Is it Denmark? I think it's Denmark. It's not too bad. There's worse out there. It follows... all these giant monster movies follow the same... Not the same formula, but... you have to have... I feel you have to have good human acting in it to... If you're watching a giant monster movie and you just want to see the monster, you're in trouble. And it's not very good. Sorry, I have a bad habit of putting my finger where the camera is. Monster from a prehistoric planet, which is also Gappa. Gappa. That's the trailer. It says. This is a good one. This is one of the it's one of the better ones. And I have the Japanese release of that. It's a bootleg. It's a really well done bootleg. I have lots of them. I'll show. So it's Japanese language with English subtitles. You can tell it's a bootleg because the spines are nice and clean. I don't know what kind of material they use in Japan, but those things sit in the sun for like 24 hours and all the color's gone. But yeah, this is what the Japanese release would look like in Japan. But I'll show you the tape real quick. Maybe it's difficult to do this one-handed. There we go. See, it's a bootleg. It's a very well done bootleg. I don't know if it's just one company that does this or multiple companies, but I really appreciate it because it's a good way to see. I don't know. I just like I like the grainy look of a VHS with like a kaiju monster movie. The cleaner it is, the more, I don't know, it takes the magic away. But this is the American Varan release. This one's pretty cut up. The story is kind of changed a bit. But again, Varan's a pretty good movie if you watch this version, which I'm lucky to have. This one eluded me for a long time. This Varan copy of the bootleg. I like Varan a lot. He's only in one Godzilla movie for like 30 seconds, so this is what it would look like. But see, all these are just... I'm not going to open all of them because they're all the same. They're all just high-quality bootlegs. Now, this is not a kaiju movie, but it's in the same vein as it, and it's Toho, so I'm just going to lump all these together. But it's the H-Man. I remember moving to the States. I moved to the States in '95, and I remember seeing this not all the way through. But I remember seeing this. It's in color. I don't know why the back's in black and white. I remember seeing this on. Oh my god! I think it's TNT Monster Vision one night, and I can kind of give that credit for being one of the first like Japanese monster movies I've ever seen. But this is the H-Man Japanese bootleg with English subtitles. I'm not going to keep saying Japanese bootleg English subtitles. All the rest of these, if it's Japanese language, if it's a Japanese looking tape, they're all English subtitles. Bootleg. So I just appreciate having these so much because I don't know. Some people don't like to read subtitles, and that's understandable. But if you watch a dub, it just takes a lot away from it. Like an American company will, buy the rights to it and chop it up and cut it up and well. The Mysterians. Now I don't have one of those bootlegs for this. There was one on eBay for a long time, and I didn't buy it, and someone else must have bought it, and it's bothered me for an incredibly long time. This is a good one. They're all good. I can't really. I keep saying, "Oh, this is a good one." They're all good. I love these types of movies. This is kind of kaiju movies are. I'll show all these at once. Kaiju movies are like a second passion of mine. I like 80s horror films, slasher films to be more specific. But there's these. These are different. These are more like period piece movies. But they're really well made. I don't. Toho doesn't make them. I don't remember the studio that makes them. Dai. People, if you are like a kaiju Japanese movie aficionado and you somehow stumble upon this video, I apologize. I watch these semi-regularly. I enjoy watching them, but I'm very uneducated on them. I don't know names. I don't know actors' names. I don't know dates. I don't know cities. I don't know directors and producers and stuff like that. Not to say I don't love these movies. I do. I'm just there are YouTubers out there that I'm pretty jealous of their knowledge on these movies. But these three are very good. I like this trilogy a lot. There's a Blu-ray set of these that is fantastic. Daimajin. And then you put them together and they make, well, hang on. If I have them in order, they'll make a picture. Hang on, sorry. Wasting your precious time. There we go. So the spines kind of line up and make a picture like that. So that's pretty cool. I don't have these. I've never seen bootlegs of these. If I ever did, I would snatch them up immediately. They're very good. Speaking of bootleg, this is... Sorry. Just a terrible habit of that happening. Matango, Attack of the Mushroom People. This is a boot. This was cheap. This was one of my first tapes. This was like... I got this on eBay for like $1. I know there's better releases. I've never repurchased it, but it's clear. It's clean. I don't mind it. This is a weird one. That's a very strange film. Half Human. This has a little bit of controversy behind it. I don't think it's released in Japan. I think it has considered, kind of has like racial issues towards people of lower class in Japan. I don't know the entire story. I can't remember, but it's basically, not to sell this movie short or anything, but it's basically like an Abominable Snowman movie, like a Yeti movie. But it's Toho, and this can be slightly difficult to find. Not in a crazy way, but yeah, in Japan, I guess it's hard to find that. But here's Gorgo. is an English one. There's not too many English giant monster movies. I believe Conga. I don't own it, but Conga is an English giant monster movie. It's Video Treasures, man. Video Treasures pumped out thousands of VHS tapes. But this is another good one. It's got its charm. Lots of destruction. If you are watching these just to see giant monsters destroy things, if you are watching movies to see giant monsters destroy things, you'll be disappointed by this one because it's not a giant monster movie. It's like it's a science fiction movie. That's Gorath, another Toho movie. This is old. I've had this tape a very, very long time. I enjoy it. I like it. But there's that one. And then this is a bootleg. It's an okay bootleg. It's not a very... The case isn't as nice as the other ones, but this is... You know what? I basically bought this. There's Maguma. It's a giant walrus-looking monster that is completely cut out of the American release, the North American release. But this is in Japanese. There's no English subtitles. There's some pictures of it. I basically bought this just so I could see, just so I have that sequence on tape. I don't disagree with the American version actually cutting that out. It doesn't really add much. It's just a giant walrus monster. And it gets killed eventually by man. Sorry. The X from Outer Space. This is silly. This is like a space chicken. It's not to be taken too seriously. It's got a sticker on it. Let's see where it's from. Rent a Video, Utah. St. George, Utah. Cool. Yeah. Another monster movie that was snatched up by Orion Pictures Distribution. So we have that one, and then we have this. You know what? I'm going to put the phone down for just a second. I apologize. Okay. Just moving my tapes closer. Sorry about that. So here's the Japanese version I have with English subs. It's nice to have. I've watched this I think twice. It's nothing spectacular, but it's still cool to see. Still cool to have. It's very silly monster movie. There's a sequel that was made that's completely tongue-in-cheek. Here's Rodan. I'd say Rodan is my favorite non-Godzilla kaiju movie. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh god. Maybe my kids got to these, I don't know. Oh, another Video Treasures. They churned these things out. So there's Rodan. And then there's this version of Rodan, which is a lot better than the American cut. We have Yog, monster from space, also known as space amoeba. This is a good one. This is one of Toho's last monster movies that they made for quite some time. I've had this one for a while too. The more worn cases I've had for a long time, since like junior high. This is the English subbed version. It's not. Fans don't consider it very good, but there's lots of monster action in it. So if you're watching these monster movies just to see, men in rubber suits fight each other, you could do a lot worse. here's another old tape. Very faded Yongari, Monster from the Deep. I think this is from Korea. I could be wrong. Another Orion release. They bought the rights to tons of these movies. If it was a monster movie, giant monster movie that wasn't Godzilla related, they usually snatched it up. Oh, here's the other bootleg of Frankenstein Conquers the World. The same as Matango. I've had this a very long time. Oh, there's my son calling my name. I'm going to stop this video here to see what he needs.